I live life aligned with what is the universe. There is one thing you can't stop, no matter who you are in the world. You just can't stop the evolution that is happening. It is just moving and it is going somewhere. There's only one way. That's to be just aligned with the already existing flow. If you're a founder and if your existence is not creating stress and problem, you're not a true founder. You are the challenge to this world. You're here to say, come on, get up, let's do this. Not enough, let's do better, let's do better. Because you want to do better, because you want to be the best version of yourself. The universe is a meaningful place. And whenever we are aligned with our mean, because we're part of that universal flow, everything flows. So I'm here to basically, for the investors watching us as well, I'm here to lower the risk of investors by helping founders align with their mean, who they are, build businesses around what they love doing with the answer to the question, if I gave you all the money and all the time, what would you be doing? And help founders build businesses around that so that they become unstoppable and they spend their lifetime aligned with a meaningful purpose so that they don't dream about retirement, but instead, like me, they're like, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life. I just love it so much. There's no way I'm going to stop until my last breath because I love it. And if you have a business just like that, and that's what some experts say, create a business you don't need a vacation from. Again, it's a bit cliche, but it is possible. It's like if your business becomes your life, it's fun, it's interesting, you love it, you spend time enjoying it. I love waking up in the morning doing the meetings. It's so meaningful. Acting from our mean allows us to do that. And today, I'm going to teach you a method how you can do that. I have been wondering why some people do what they say and some people don't. And this is something to understand as well. For me, to be able to, this is going to be a stretch for your mind, but I'm certain you are going to understand it. If I would like to be someone who does what she says, I will need to be aligned. My mind will need to be aligned with what is. I'm going to say it again. It's simple but deep. If I would like to be someone who does what she says, and I'm going to stretch it, who does everything she says, who is highly respectful, who is highly resourceful, who is highly self-resilient, and can highly govern herself, who does what she says, my mind needs to be crystal clear and aligned with what is. Because what is, is. If I am aligned with what is, and that's the prefrontal cortex being active, as many teachers, neuroscientists talk about, if I am clear in my mind, and I'm not using the lower parts of the brain, which is instinctive and impulsive, but the high part of the brain, which is a visionary, I live life aligned with what is the universe. And the universe, whether you like it or not, whether you are part of it or not, is moving towards somewhere. It is ever evolving. There is one thing you can't stop, no matter who you are in the world, whether you're an American citizen or president or British citizen or president or Turkish president. We have such a interesting president. You just can't stop the evolution that is happening. It is just moving. And it is going somewhere. So for me to be a man of my word or a woman of my word, there's only one way. That's to be just aligned with the already existing flow. If I'm a visionary, and if I can see, I'm connected with my mission, if I can see where I'm going, where I'm going to be in 5 years and 10 years, then I can say, I'm going to be doing this in 5 years because it's happening. But if I'm in a conditioned mindset, I can't say that, and I don't know, and many people don't see where they are headed, and they don't give their words aligned with what is happening because they are distracted and they're not aligned with what is happening, because they are in their illusions, everything I explained until now. It's like whenever we are in our own illusion, we are distracted and we are disaligned from what is. Whenever we are clear, purposeful, missionary, aligned, visionaries, then we are aligned with the universal flow and our minds work aligned with what is. And that is, I don't invest time and energy to what isn't. I invest time and energy to what is happening, to actuality. Because I am actual and connected with what is actual, not with my dreams. Most people dream, and most people chase their dreams. That's okay, but it won't create legacies. Dreams do not create a legacy. Only actuality does. Only actual thoughts. Only what is the legacy. Only when I'm inspired from within and clear about my values, from there I succeed. So we all have goals, we all have dreams. There's a difference between goals and dreams. Dreams are with a conditioned mind. You look at someone, you look at someone's life, and you just make a positive meaning out of it. You chase that life with a conditioned mind, which is not your life, and then you do something, but then lose it. Or you build a company, fail. You get in a relationship, fail, lose the relationship. We all had it. I had it many times. We all had it. When we are disconnected from our mean, our energy, our time is lost. And I'm at an age where I don't want to do that anymore, so that's why I plan. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Planning, thinking, deep thinking, and self-mastery path is about actually not failing, because seeing the actual. People who live, this is what I found, years of research, people who live according to their values and priorities do what they say. People who don't. People who are clear, purposeful, usually do what they say. People who are distracted, who have distorted perceptions, who are judgmental, don't and can't. Because this is basic human behavior. Each human being only does what they value. This is true for your children. This is true for yourself. You cannot act with a conditioned mind, at least for a long period of time. You probably all experienced getting on a relationship, meeting someone and maybe feeling love and excited, and then you inject their values. And for example, exercise is not your value, and they're exercising every day, going to gym every day, and you inject their values. You try to go to gym and exercise with them the first week, second week, third week, you're gone. They're alone because you go back to your values. You have other things on your plate, other things that are more important to you. No human being can continue acting with a conditioned mindset. Even though you inject other people's values, you can't go on with that mindset for a long time. That's why most businesses fail if they start with a conditioned mind, because you can't go on building a company with a conditioned mind if you're not truly heartfelt interested in that. So if you'd like to tap into your fullest potential, knowing that hierarchy of values is one of the most important steps you take. Understanding your values allows us to find our life purpose and live in harmony with it. So it's kind of like with the formula we're going to work now after we take a break and get the questions. I'm going to be teaching you a basic formula which will probably help you understand yourself. I'm not saying that you're not understanding yourself. You probably do. But on a deeper level, when we live according to our highest values, the genius in our being awakens and we begin to do extraordinary things and live an inspiring life. So out of curiosity, who is interested in this? Usually founders, entrepreneurs are. That's the difference between an entrepreneur and a normal human being. We are animals. Wow, I want to know. No, it's like maybe it's the more evolved version, but this is the difference. It's like if this interests you, you have self-mastery in your blood. You have in your destiny, you are here to master your life, and you are not going to, you are like me, injected something else, and you are not going to sleep well until you do it. And that is actually one of the things that will not wake you up in the evening, but that will kind of keep chasing you over here in your heart, and you'll keep on seeing what's not working, and you will want to, get better and better and better on it. And that's basically what the entrepreneurial journey is. If we understand that the reason why people become entrepreneurials is because they want to be on top of their self-evolution process. They say, like, I don't want others to determine my path and my evolution. I want to decide on how I want to evolve. I am interested in evolution on my own path, on my own terms. I want to grow. I want to create my own challenges. I'm not okay with other people's challenges. I want to deliberately create my challenges, and entrepreneurs are challenge-creating machines. If you're a true entrepreneur, your existence is a problem. If you're a founder, and if your existence is not creating stress and problem, you're not a true founder. Because a founder, their whole existence is about creating stress on other people, creating new problems. You are the challenge to this world. You are challenging the world. You're here to disrupt. You're here to change. You're here to create stress. You're here to push people forward. You're here to say, come on, get up. Let's do this. Not enough. Let's do better. Let's do the better. Because you want to do better. Because you want to be the best version of yourself. And I think this is also very important to understand. Entrepreneurs are after becoming the best version of themselves, period. And the goal you're setting for yourself is only important because it's going to create the journey you'll get better. Because that's why many people say it's about the journey. And many people will also keep on saying, or masters, or entrepreneurs who are successful, or people who are highly successful will say, It's not about the goal. The goal isn't important. The objectives isn't important as you thought. It is the path. Because the higher the goal, who you become focused on that goal, on that vision, is the most important thing. And entrepreneurial journey is about that. Who you become focused on a goal. That's why entrepreneurs or other people with goals, when they reach a goal, they say, I'm not fulfilled. I have met founders who set a goal for themselves, reached that goal, did everything they can, not seeing that life is a whole, just focusing on business, not paying attention to relationships, their health, family, nothing, just business, 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 because they think the goal is very important, and they made it mean only positive, not seeing the negative sides, and then chasing that goal, and then reach that goal, and they were like, I'm still not fulfilled. I have met relatives of highly successful people who committed suicide, who said it was never enough. It's not about the goal. It's about who you become in that journey. It's always about, is your life meaningful or not? Because if it's not meaningful, what's the use? It's like, I think this is something also to be said for all the founders. It's like, after I teach you this and what we teach in the accelerator, I'm not a big fan of how the startup, where the startup industry is going, or how it's taught to founders and entrepreneurs. Why? Because just like the American dream, especially young founders and entrepreneurs are conditioned every day to a dream which does not exist. Just like the American dream, only the positives are, showed to people. And we are conditioned right now through social media. I see it in young generation everywhere. We are conditioned that most people are conditioned. I'm just speaking general. Especially young generation are conditioned that riding a Ferrari is more positive than riding a Fiat, or having your private jet is more positive than flying economy on an average airplane. In actuality, these are just different forms. They're not different from each other at all. In the human experience, very basic human experience, whether you're on a Ferrari or on a Fiat, you're just in a car going from one place to the other. In one, maybe your ass is a little comfortable, You're just a human being in the universe moving from one place to the other. But because most of humanity is easily conditioned, now we are being conditioned. And I'm not talking about mission-driven founders who would do anything to serve humanity and who just don't care about how. And we have amazing examples. I would say, even though there are a lot of people who doesn't like him, I would say Elon Musk is one of them. Because as you can see from his life, or if you read the book or watch him, he's just nuts, for sure, but he's just interested in serving humanity. He's just obsessed about bringing humans to Mars. And he doesn't care about anything else. He just have been living in that, when they were sending that spaceship He lived there for like 7 months, 8 months in a little hut. He just doesn't give a damn. And we have great examples in Turkish. Like we have a family friend, the Koç family, which are one of the top 5 families in Turkey. The Koç family, Sabancı family. I'm part of the Kara Mehmet family. We have like top 10 families in Turkey which build amazing wealth and businesses. Koç is one of them, and Vehbi Koç, probably the Turkish friends know his name, who built the billion-dollar company from scratch himself. He would fly economy. And they would ask him, like, why don't you fly business? Because, you know, he has wealth and everything. He would say, he would answer them, his colleagues in the company, he would tell them, why isn't the front rows in the plane going to the same place? Is the front row going to another place? No. Okay, so I fly economy. What's the big deal? Geniuses and great minds are true value in this world. Mission-oriented people, purposeful people, they're unstoppable. But they're not conditioned like the rest. And that is what I call real success. I wouldn't want my friends, my relatives, my family, also the founders I work with, build a company that is meaningless, have the money, and then you look back at your life and you spend 20 years of your life or 10 years of your life unfulfilled on a meaningless journey, and you're like empty inside. You just lost 10 years of your life. That's why I would like you to build meaningful businesses, because you are the meaning. It's like you are more important than the business or the money. I'm here to talk about that. And you are conditioned. I see people being conditioned, and this is deliberately. And interestingly enough, if you research, this is right now how slavery is going on in the world. TikTok, that's social media, that's this social media, conditioning people into working like slaves. Just conditioning them into Ferrari, not Fiat, you know, all those luxurious vacations, not this and not this. Trying to make something, make a fantasy out of reality. I'm here to remind you that more money will mean more problems. The more money you have, the more problems you will have. The less money you have, the less problems you have, but then the less money you have, you fly economy. But we pay a price for the life we choose. And there is no such thing as all positives and just no negatives. Money, wealth, business, growing the business will bring its own challenges, its own negatives. Everything has equal drawbacks and benefits. And what they are showing us out there is not real. It's just a fantasy. What is real is you, and what is important, not important, it's like you know what I'm saying is true. The last day of your life, you will look back at your life and you'll just look at your life. If you have lived a purposeful life and a meaningful life, you will be full of gratitude. But if you haven't lived a meaningful life, no money, no business can give you that meaning. No? And the best thing is when we are purposeful and when we are aligned with our mean, we do amazing things. We are on a true mission. We truly serve humanity. We build businesses that serve, that do amazing, and you do grow your businesses and earn the money anyway. So to summarize this, people who are after the money will never have the money. I have a book just being released in Turkey, which is my 13th bestseller book, which is here actually. It is called The Money Consciousness. Esra brought it to me from Istanbul, and she said, we can't find your book. because they publish it and then it's gone in a week. Publish the new version, it's gone. So it's selling really well due to the fact that Turkish people are less conscious about how they manage their money. And this is kind of like, this book is a big service to, I think, humanity. So once we are focused on our purpose, opportunities and money, everything flows and everything follows. But when we are only focused on money and wealth, we can't have it. And from Warren Buffett to Bill Gates to Elon Musk to Jeff Bezos, anyone who understood what money is, which is not and cannot be a goal. It is a tool we use to bring humanity service. It is a tool we use to be at service. The people who understood that became channels for more and more and more money, and understood that the universe doesn't care about which car you're driving. The universe couldn't care less about which car you're driving. The universe couldn't care less about where you go on a holiday. A human being's true value depends on how many people you served, or how much you served humanity, or how much connected you were with your purpose. And those individuals who serve are the ones who have the most money, because they become channels. So being wealthy is becoming a channel for money. It's not about holding the money. It's about using the money. It's about being in the flow. It's about being the economy yourself, like being the channel, so that the more money comes, the more services. More money, more service. More money, more service. And inside that, you leverage your standards. Whenever you want to have the money for yourself, you are stuck. And that's what I'm talking about in the book. But it's and I have researched over 50 wealthy individuals, Turkish and all around the world, before I wrote that book. And there's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. Wealth comes from, the word wealth comes from wellness and health. It is about how wealthy you are inside. It's about purpose. It's about purposefulness. It is about meaning. When you're clear on your purpose, clear on your mission, you become wealthy, you become resourceful. And then when you vibrate, to summarize everything I said, with a mission at a different frequency, you become a money magnet. Not because you want the money for yourself or for luxury, because you are mission-driven and you are here to serve, and money is here to serve your mission. Money is not here to serve you. There is a difference. Money is to serve your mission. Money is only interested in your mission, your purpose. It's not interested in you. And that's why I usually say there's a lot of money in the world right now. It is so easy to raise capital right now, but only for people or for founders who are purposeful. Because you vibrate at a different frequency, and you just become this magnet, because your mission, your heartfelt alignedness is the magnet. So if it may sound a little esoteric, but for the founders who are having a hard time raising, for all the founders watching, will watch, hard time raising, hard time attracting customers, hard time attracting opportunities, question your mission. Question yourself whether you're purposeful or mission-oriented or not. Because I haven't yet seen any founder, they say burning desire, but it's not a desire, because desiring means suffering, or passion means suffering. So it's not desire, it's not passion, it is inner inspiration, connecting with your heart and mind being one, being mission-driven, clear about your values and priorities, who you are, and just living a life you love, doing what you love. I haven't yet seen any founder who had that and who haven't been able to raise capital. Like I gave you my example, Jason literally made fun of me in front of all those 40 people. No, but it's like he's right. At that time, I was like, I worked on that pitch, you know? No, I think this is a good idea, you know, a good business idea. I was a bit biased about breathwork. But he has a point. And he said, you're one of the most charismatic individuals I have ever seen. And then he learned about my half Greek bloodline. And he was like, he's also Greek, so he was like, that's why. He's biased about Greece and Greek and being Greek. And that's how it all happens. It's like you just, everything is easy. So I want to support you on that. Whenever we are aligned with our values, and our mission, because you are who the universe wants you to be, doors open up. By trying to be, not by trying to be someone else tough. When our minds are conditioned, we tend to live according to an outside authority, doing what you think is right, rather than our authentic selves. And then we have a lower frequency. We don't vibrate at a higher frequency. We lose chances, opportunities. We can't raise. We can't attract customers. We get stuck. We set goals misaligned from who we are. Those are fantasies. So trying to succeed with outside motivation is hard. And even though a level of success comes from it, it's not fulfilling and it's not long-lasting. So we're going to look at what your life demonstrates, because our lives demonstrate your values, and determining the hierarchy of your values is the key to empowerment and self-appreciation. It is the key to living an easier life, opportunities chasing you, you going beyond your limits. And I have seen this happen multiple times. This method will help you live congruently with your unique values, which I'm going to be teaching. And I have, and maybe Esra, you can, because Esra has started the Business Mastery Program and has been working on her mind. We just have a 5 days, we're just out of a 5 days workshop with, we were what, 110 people, 112 people? We had an intense 5 days self-mastery, intense workshop where she also attended, part of the Business Mastery Program, and she worked with your mind. And she just arrived today telling me, you know what happened? Everything started changing last week. What started changing, Esra?
Yeah,
in your business?
we've been trying to fundraise over 6 months, and in a week we had soft commitments, and also we got.
So you did after the workshop and after working with your mind and after that workshop, you did what you couldn't do for 6 months in a week. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And we started.
Masters are shapeshifters. We just shape the universe the way we want. And this is real. It's like, it sounds a little esoteric, I know, but this is neuroscience as well, yeah.
Yeah, we also started two of the biggest banks in a start
Customers.
partnership. Yes, we've been working. I don't know. I think over 1 year, and last week.
To get those customers.
Yes.
It happens in a week.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
And this is what I mean when I say in my podcast or videos, masters with their clarity and with their innate wisdom and power, they just do one thing, get 100 results. Masses do 100 things, get 1 result. So a master would get the same result the masses get in a day or two, in a week. The masses will get that result in a year, 2 years, 3 years, maybe never. So that's the difference between successful founders and unsuccessful founders, which is, I mean, of course, there are different ideas about success, but businesses that grow and thrive and businesses that fail. And that is how we help founders, because this is what I've been seeing, what does not exist right now in the entrepreneurial journey. And I don't know why in one level, but I know why in another level, because that was my why. Why it doesn't exist is because I am here for this to exist. And now you also started understanding the big why. It's like your big why, what you came here to do really, truly, does not yet exist. That is why it's the highest value. It is the diamond you hold in your hands that is priceless, because there is something only you can create. And you can't know about that until you have a clear mind and until you have mastered your mind. So it's like, it's very interesting. It's like we're all sitting on top of tens of millions of pounds. You have something unique which no one else has. Authentic, creative ideas, a geniusness within you, nobody has. But it is so cluttered with the conditioning and with the thoughts that you just don't see it. And I am here for people to find it. Because when they find it, like Esra says, bam, it's seen, it's noticeable. People are like, okay, I want to work with you. I want to partner up. This is the project. The universe keeps on supporting you and bringing you opportunities. It's just insane. And that is what is not existing yet in the entrepreneurial founder journey around the world. So I'm here building that for the past couple of years now. So this is what NevCap is about.